Hello, my Brazilian friend. My name is Hao, and I'm from China. I'm here in the Cabine to present to you guys Dunkirk. I'm a friend of Hanking. A few days ago, Ranking invited me to participate in this video, so it's an honor to present to you guys Dunkirk in this show. And yeah, let's go to Dunkirk. I am a big fan of Christopher Nolan. I feel like Christopher Nolan has that kind of magic that he can make those kind of movie that you cannot understand. But after you see that movie, after you watch that movie, even you don't understand that, you still feel, oh, this is a very awesome movie. Most people feel about Dunkirk, I think. I was a history student, so I studied a lot about World War II. So once I heard there's a movie called Dunkirk and it's directed by Christopher Nolan, I immediately buy the ticket to the theater. I personally like the way Christopher Nolan did this movie because he didn't tell you why they are evacuating. The movie is about the evacuation in World War II, and that evacuation is the largest evacuation in the human history. I think British and the French army, they were surrounded by German army. They were went to support, to assist the Belgium army, but Belgium surrendered to German before they arrived. So that leaves a British and French army in a very embarrassing situation. All they need to do is evacuate because they have no choice. 300 people in 10 days, that's a really impressive result come from the British. In the movie, like Christopher Nolan didn't tell you why they are evacuating. Christopher Nolan said that if people really want to watch this movie, they will search Dunkirk on the internet, so they will know what happened in Dunkirk, why they are evacuating. I think it's a pretty short movie compared to other Christopher Nolan's movie. The funny fact about that is the two movies that Tom Hardy played, and in those both two movies, we barely see Tom Hardy's face. But in Batman Dark Knight Rises, Tom Hardy was Bane in that movie, and Bane was wearing a mask the whole time. And in this movie Dunkirk, he was a pirate. In the entire movie, we can only see his face like less than 2 minutes of scene. That's a funny fact about Tom Hardy. Every people think about this is a war movie, like other war movie, like it's we have just one main character, like Saving Private Ryan, like very classic one, right? Like the movie, the center is about the lieutenant, like I forgot the name that Tom Hanks played. Like he's the main character there. We don't have a main character in this movie, so I think it's a very bold plan that Christopher Nolan comes up, and people think it's a war movie. So the movie is all about the battleground, the battlefield. Like the first one came to my mind is Saving Private Ryan play. First 20 minutes of the movie, Steven Spielberg used a very, very unique way to present the battleground. We can see the gunfight, the flesh and the blood, but in this movie we don't. So that's where I kind of like this movie, because Christopher Nolan decided not to use this kind of violent stuff. People got shoot and they die, but we don't see the blood. And in the first 20 minutes of Saving Private Ryan, we can see people lose their arm, lose their leg. That's really violent. In this movie, we don't see any violent stuff. So very unique way to present. They decided, give me a break. It's a pretty dark movie. For those people who don't like dark movie, maybe you will feel uncomfortable with this movie. I strongly recommend to you guys, especially if you like war, if you like a war movie, this is the movie you must to watch. One fun fact about that is Christopher Nolan decided to use all the ship, all the cars from that time period. They really use that plane, those aircraft, those ship, boat from World War II, put some really stuff into that movie. Really great movie.
We don't know who's this guy, you know?
Okay,
we don't
I know.
care about it.
All right.
So it's not a good movie, but I think this is the point of the movie.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan want you to. I know some people say like we don't really into that with the character. I think that's what Christopher Nolan want you to do, because this isn't about the superhero movie like Iron Man, like Thor, Batman, Superman stuff. Because Christopher Nolan want to feel different person in different contribution to the evacuation. We got men on the land, we got men on the ocean, in the ocean, we got men on the air. If you don't feel you are into the character, that's what Christopher Nolan wants you to do, which means Christopher Nolan's work is worked. So it worked. slowly you're with you're not with the character anymore. You're with the battlefield. You're with the evacuation.
That's all.
Yeah, if you have.
We can play something. This was the Cabine.
So that's all my thoughts about the movie Dunkirk. If you have any comments, please let us know by sending us email. If you have any comments about my performance in this video, please let me know by sending us email, right? And this was the Cabine. And in the future, probably I'm gonna present you guys some other movie like superhero, DC, Marvel stuff. And thank you guys for watching.